think they're going to go and focus Alistair. That'd be kind of silly. So they'll probably get away with that pretty well. But there's Chowster on Corki, Hotshot GG and Malzahar, St. Vicious jungling on Warwick, Big Fat LP on Anivia. So he's kind of a crowd favorite there. The forums, they have favorite players, and they have these champions they're really good at. And it's basically Big Fat LP playing Anivia or Ashe. It's Chowster on Corki, Hotshot GG on Needly, which we never get to see, but certainly a strong player. He's going to be Malzahar this time. Elements getting relegated to that support role. It's always sort of funny to see players who are strong solo queue players. People generally like to pick carries, and they run around, and Elms is a good mage player, and he's like, no, you're a support this game, buddy. You're going to play support.
Have fun.
You can press W a bunch and heal our other players. and I always feel like there's almost some level of contrite belittling when you do that. Right? You're like, no, you can play support. You can play support. It's okay.
Don't worry, next game you can have whoever you want, we promise. Once we get there.
I'm sure it's not like that, right? But I don't know. I always think of it that way because I just play carries, and if someone else picks a carry, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play John and shields you a bunch. But I don't know.
So anyway, an all-American affair.
Yes.
People said a little bit. Sorry, I should say an all-North American affair.
Yeah.
Sorry. To any Canadians out there or Americans who are offended by being whatever. But this one you can't actually have too much of a bias on anyway, even if you wanted to. So Freak, who's going to win this game?
Why is the story now about me being biased? I'm sad. We had these great storylines going. Now it's just about me being... I'm sorry, okay.
We got better storylines. We're just saving them for later.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, so I predicted before that CLG would end up being the #2 team throughout the groups, but then again, they won against Game, so now they get to be, by default, the #1 seed team. Zan did take that win over Team SoloMid, so I got that one correctly. But it's up to Team SoloMid. If they can win against CLG, then all bets are off, and it's going to be like a giant cluster of ties that I'll just have no idea what's going on anymore. So we're going to take it one game at a time. But I think the lineup from CLG, super strong. This is such a good lineup. I think they picked really, really well all the way through. I'm surprised by the early Warwick, but he's been working for him so far.
Yeah. That certainly has been the case. So I think we're almost ready to go there. You can see CLG on your screen, getting ready for the game. So let's get into it then. Let's have a big round of applause. It's the all-North American affair. TSM versus CLG here in Group B.
Alrighty guys, and welcome back to the game. I'm following Chaos out of his base, or as his team likes to affectionately call him, Chow X. But he's going to move on with Vayne's got a Doran's Blade to open up. I could play the Guess the Runes and Masteries game, because I know you guys love that one where I missed all the fights, because I'm talking about, did he have 2 movements sequence or 1? So we're going to pass on that one for now. Looks like CLG playing pretty defensively. Again, they keep putting that fast ward down at their own Lizard camp, and then they play very, very safely. So they're camping at their own turret. Chowster camping right underneath it. Actually, he's starting to click because of that. That's going to be the nice clairvoyance drop there. Team SoloMid knows CLG's playing defensively, and of course they don't get to do anything because of it. So now TSM going to just push on and into the river. Looks like who's going to lead the way? It's going to be Xpecial and the Rain Man going to be the 2 beefy guys up in front. CLG still playing defensively up at the top, way hidden away in the base. TSM could take a lot of these buffs right here if they wanted to. And it looks like they're just going to stay defensively instead, which I think is a small mistake. That obviously they don't have perfect information, but they really do have an easy chance of playing super aggressive and doing whatever they want.
Yeah, they had the chance for that, but as you mentioned, this is a game maybe not only for the points in the group, but also for a lot of pride between these two sides.
Yeah. And actually, I was
no
talking,
risks.
Yeah. You're right. This game means a lot. You can get eliminated from the group. But I was talking with Reginald at the beginning of the day, right after Epic, led by his brother, had gone, I believe, 2-0 so far in the day, and he was like, man, I came to this event with no pressure because the Americans were kind of expected to lose and not do so well, but then he comes out 2-0 and suddenly like, oh, they're crushing faces, and I have, for obvious reasons, competition with my brother to do better than he does. Well, when your team goes 3-0, good luck, matching that one. So now, the pressure's really on from to basically do as well as his older brother. But Xpecial waiting in the wings, trying to get a gank off onto Chowster, and Oh, this is going to be hard to watch because Nocturne's gank going to work, and he's going to find him right away. He's not going to chase in, though. We're afraid of that Anivia gank. But here comes Alistair up to the front. He's going to find Chowster. There's the stun, and the damage output is huge because there's the exhaust. Can Chowster fall? One hit from Dead, and yes, he's going to pick up that first blood. KX picking that one up quite nicely. Elements not able to push Cow quite back in time. First blood is grabbed, well played by TSM. That nice little cute thing there where they have the Cow basically take these two golems down here, gets free level 2, then he waits in the wings and gets a gank, and it worked beautifully. Exhaust on both sides, but it wasn't enough to stop that aggression. So 400 free gold on a KX, and that's going to mean a lot for these guys.
Yeah, great start there. And that will give TSM that 1-0 lead up at top. It's all pretty even. In the middle, we saw actually Anu, of course, is being played by Reginald, doing a fair bit of damage actually onto Big Fat LP's Anivia, and continues to try and keep him zoned out. And that's some great play, actually. The stun comes in. He's going to continue to push. The nuke's knocking him right down low. Oh, and manages to survive with, I think it was round about 60 HP there.
About 47 is what it went
47.
down to. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, chugging health potions right now. Another cool thing I find really interesting is European players almost always open Doran's Ring on their casters, and all the US players go like boots or mana crystal plus potions. So, you know, if Reginald had gone actually Doran's Ring, he actually would have egged Anivia right there. You know, boots maybe getting out of range notwithstanding, you know, the extra ability power that would actually drop them down, but Anivia just rocking, you know, tons of health potions, trying to get himself back up to a decent amount of health. It's kind of cool to see those little tweaks right there. I'm always intrigued by those kind of little changes.
And Reginald continues to scare Big Fat Lip away, trying to zone him out of the experience that he could possibly be getting.
Yeah, but he's just recalling back. Reginald, 19 minion kills, Anivia with 6. So a large advantage to be gained there. But as we saw last game with CLG versus Game, even if he has double your minion kills, the team can still win. So Anivia's really all about the utility that she brings to the table. Certainly does some great damage, does scale quite well, but it looks like they're going to actually do a lane switch here. Hotshot, you're going to take mid against Reginald. They're going to put Anivia up against the Rain Man, up against this Jarvan right here. He's going to recall back, pick up a Philosopher's Stone, and maybe wait for Boots. Yep, Boots as well, so he's going to be in good shape here.
And Hotshot GG does have Boots and the Doran's Ring now, so building himself up that little bit extra. And he is actually same level as in terms of Reginald as well. Just going to continue to put in that pressure down there. TSM's lane has been pushed a decent amount down at the bottom as well, but that should be easy clean-up times for them. Obviously, only Sona is down there at the moment. Corky did go back and bought Boots, maybe. I didn't see what his first item was. I guess Doran's Blade first. Yeah, he opened Doran's Blade most likely, but he's picked up wards, potions, and Boots of Speed, so he's going to be in great shape there. Let's see if these guys continue to last hit against this turret. It's going to be basically, it's the test of skill. Oh, he's going to miss one right there, unfortunately. And yes, I am watching the last hit on the stream. That is what I do best. Meanwhile, there's actually some aggression in mid, so sure enough, if I'm watching last hits, there's probably a fight going on. Reginald was Hotshot. Gonna be a little bit of an advantage still for Reginald. He's doing pretty well. Looks like the aggression's gonna come out. Ooh, nice harass though from Hotshot. Getting him lower with Malefic Visions. Reginald now below half health. But the first of 6 is gonna be the test of who gets the kill. Pretty much either of these champions can burst from full to dead at level 6. And that's what we're gonna have to end up watching for. And looks like it's Reginald, and his flash and ignite and turbos are up. He could go for the giant damage output. We're not gonna wait and charge up Pyromania for that stun. And it's gonna be the waiting game right now. We actually see Warwick just coming around, who has both red and blue buff. So that's something they need to be careful of. He's actually only 1 level behind Reginald as well, so needs to be a little bit wary there of any of those middle ganks. There is 1 ward down, but that's actually on the CLG side. Down at the bottom, though, we've got a bit of action kicking off, and Elements is in all kinds of trouble trying to escape. Valkyrie comes out from Choster.